Thursday, everybody. We're running a little late today, but that's okay because we do this for free. So
It's fine.
You can go to hell. No,
It'll be fine.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be all right. They're tearing up the street behind us. Well, in front of the house, but behind me right now. And you know what? That's okay too. That's gonna also be all right. Look, Emily's here first already. Look at that, jumping
They're gonna
in.
put the street back together. So
They are gonna put the street back together. That's good. So, and my car passed the emissions. We had to go check it for emissions. Did you get Emily a point for coming in first?
yeah, I'm just sitting on my screen.
All right, so you're gonna take a look. Beat Craig. Craig, I think might have had a 2-day streak going on. Kristen has joined us. Hello, everyone. We're so glad to have you. So yeah, it is a weird thing, but I apparently they've chosen during a lockdown to replace our street. They were like, well, nobody's going to be driving on it anyway, so we might as well tear it up and put a new one in, which is nice. Thank you. I didn't know that is necessarily something that is required. I don't know if that's an essential thing. The street was in pretty good condition as is, so I feel like they could have used the time like redoing the Beltway or something, or I don't know, something maybe more valuable.
Maybe.
But where there's no traffic, but our neighborhood on the list, and they had to get us in. Danny's here, Melissa's here. There's consternation towards Emily because she's won the race. She was sitting on the page hitting refresh for a while.
Aww.
That's great. All right, well, I'm glad you're all eager to be here. That's really touching. That makes me feel warm inside that this is something that everybody's looking forward to as the day goes along. So yeah, we're gonna try some things. As you know, we've tried to make the sound a little bit better. We've tried to make the microphone a little better. I'd heard it was overdriving before on previous shows, and so I think I've fixed that now. I'm not doing music tonight. I did music the last couple shows. Well, I guess that's right. And not doing it tonight. I had some people complain maybe that it was a little distracting, and we've got the lovely Caitlin here who can sing.
Hello.
She can do all kinds of things, so maybe to pass the time. See? Look, background music. It's all done for us. We don't even need to worry about it. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm still on the fence on that. I got to at least figure out what the right level is. Maybe do some like side chain in a thing. So that's like when I talk, the music goes down, and then when I stop talking, the music goes up. See if I can get that working. That would be kind of cool. We're going to have Caitlin following along. She's got her laptop over there now. So she can follow along with some of the answers, which might make the scoring go a little bit quicker. So I don't even know. We may not even go the entire hour, that's okay.
Because we started late.
Because we started late. And it opens up the world to other things. We could have people on. We could have guests and do interviews. We could have musicians on and have them play live music. We could do all kinds of things and still keep it in an hour if we can make the trivia go quicker. Yeah. So those are, yeah.
We'll definitely have to do the halftime check if I've really fucked up everyone's score thing.
I mean, I was doing it the last 2 days, right? So I was able to pull it off pretty flawlessly, I think. So overall, I think it's good. We've got Dugard here. He's really good at making backgrounds. If anyone needs a background for a Zoom meeting, specifically one like a professionally done one, something you do for work, he's very good at that.
Yeah.
He's excellent.
Super good at it.
Yeah. Brian and Alan have both joined us as well. I need to go share the show. So for those people who do not know, we do this every night at 7:00. This is some trivia that we do live. Barbara's here over on YouTube. Excellent. We're spreading out a little bit. I like this. And so there's a few ways that you can score points, make-believe internet points that aren't worth anything. One, you could be the first person into the chat. You saw Emily do that at the beginning today. You just say the word first, you get a point. Right off the bat. We're breaking the ice early, okay? So that's one way you can do it. Craig says, I can help pad the time with some Craig coins if you'd like. You can always add Craig coins, Craig. I think everybody really appreciates them. David works with both girls and cups. So if anybody needs any backgrounds with some multiples of girls and cups, he can make that happen for you. Oh, we have a new. So Barbara Reynolds is on YouTube, and I had her mixed up with Barbara Squire, who's on Facebook now. So
Oh, God.
that's cool. We've got a couple Barbaras. So Barbara B, or Barbara R, and Barbara S. This is good. Hopefully we can get Barbarella. That would be cool. So yeah. So one of the ways you get a point is by saying first for each of the shows. You can also get a point if we ask a question. We give you 60 seconds. You put the answer correctly in the chat. Oh, Barbara's the same person. Barbara Squire and Barbara Reynolds, same person. I didn't realize.
Who knew?
Who knew? All right, there we go. She's coming in from both sides. I like it. She's Chinese finger cuffing the show right now, which is appreciated. We really enjoy that.
One of us does.
Yeah. So if you can, and it's you, and so the thing that so you can get the correct answer, you get a point for that. If you don't feel like answering the correct answer because you either want to be very entertaining or it's embarrassing because you don't know it, you can go for a style point. You have to tally those up and decide who the winner is at the end. That's a free-for-all as far as I'm concerned. But you get a style point by saying something that you think is going to make Caitlin laugh.
Craig shared the show.
Share the show. Oh,
to my timeline.
To your timeline?
Thanks, Craig.
I mean, I think that counts. I
Thank
feel
you,
like
Craig.
that counts,
That's
right?
helpful.
Another way that you can get a point is if you share the show, which I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go up there, and I'm going to change me to me because that's important.
Who are you?
I'm me. I told you. I feel like I just went over this. So I'm going to share the show. I can, so people can see it. And so, yeah. So you can do that and you get a point for sharing the show. You also, finally, there's a bonus point for whoever gets the correct answer into the chat first. And you'll see the chat below us right there. You can see who got it in first there. So,
Hi,
David,
Christina.
yes, Christina's here. David says that you have 2 girls. I don't know if that's true. I don't. That's not sure. But I have this bottle. It's kind of like a cup, but it's more of a bottle. I don't know if that matters.
Can we do the first trivia question yet?
Let's see. There are 16 people watching. Yes, technically 2 of them are Barbara, though.
And 2 of them are you and me.
Right, and then you and me.
But that still brings us down to 12, so it's totally fine.
Yeah, so I think we are good. I think we have enough people. Let's start the show with our first question.
Here we go, new experiment. What kind of animal are the Canary Islands named for? Hint, it's not a bird.
Is it a bird?
It's not a bird.
Is it an owl?
This is a bird. The answer is not a bird.
Is it a canary?
It's not a canary.
Bird.
No.
No. Ah!
So close, babe.
So Barbara's trying to decide if YouTube or Facebook is faster. This is good.
Oh.
I like that people are trying to get advantages now, and that's great. I like if you can try and get in. Alexandra is here. Nice. Look at this. We got some other folks. Barbara got in her answer. This is great. So Barbara, have you decided? Are you feeling it out still? Lots of good answers coming in. 40 seconds left. Get it in. Alan has an interesting one. I don't know if you want to start laying out points ahead of time, but Alan says iguana. It's a canary iguana.
Canary iguana.
Yeah. That's no? Christina says parakeet. The not bird known as a parakeet.
Come on, Christina.
I
gave you a
hint.
hint.
It says it right there. All right, I'm going to the chat so we can see some of these go by.
Hi, Heather.
Hello. Welcome, Heather. You missed the first question, but you can get in on the second one here shortly. Time is up. Let's start. Let's see. We've got a bunch of different answers. This is good. I'm not going to go through everybody's answer necessarily, but Alexandria has fish. It's a fish. Let's see. Barbara and Christina and Brian all went with fish as well. Craig also went with fish. I think he's just playing the odds at this point because there's a question mark at the end. So I think,
Fish?
yeah, he was like, there's other people saying fish.
Bird of the water.
Emily also went with a canary fish. A canary fish. We have seals. Melissa says seals. We have iguana. We have David Dugard says it's a person. A canary person.
A canary person.
Yeah.
Bob Canary.
Yeah. Good old Joe Canary.
Yeah.
Good old Ichabod Canary.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. He's the person who found the islands.
Ichabod Canary.
Yeah, Sir Ichabod Canary. He landed.
Sir Ichabod Canary.
Well, after he found the islands, he got a title.
Oh, he wasn't born that way.
No,
Okay.
let's be no. After he found the islands, the queen was really impressed because it's hard to find an island. It's in the middle of nowhere. Yes, there's a question.
Does Ichabod Canary have a middle name?
Ichabod Reginald Canary.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sir Isaac Ichabod Reginald Canary.
Bird.
Who also then went on to play with the Lakers or with the Celtics. Sir Larry Isaac Ichabod Reginald Canary Bird. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know that.
A lot of people don't.
No.
Some people do.
It's a lesser known fact.
Yeah. Well, Danny probably knows. Danny's very smart.
Danny's very smart, and she went with dogs. Canary dogs. A canary dog. Which seems weird because I don't know a canary I always think of as a bird, maybe a fish.
It's like when people dress their dogs up in cute little costumes.
Oh, yeah, like a little canary dog with the
Yellow.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Facebook Barbara's saying that she believes that YouTube is faster. That's interesting. All right, so
well, don't give it away, Barb.
Yeah, Dugard says it's his last name, like the sandwich. Yeah, no, I agree.
It's your last name, like the sandwich.
It is Earl, Sir, Larry, Isaac,
Ichabod Reginald Canary Bird.
Very famous adventurer and basketball player.
And basketball player.
Yes, Larry.
And bird.
Mm-hmm.
Which means it's not the right answer because it's a bird.
All right, so what is the right answer?
The actual answer is dogs from the Latin canaria for dog.
Oh, so
because
canine.
when they discovered the island, there were a whole bunch of dogs on it. Dog Island.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it's not a type of a dog. It is named after like canine, canary. Oh, that's interesting. Only one person got that, so Danny, nicely done.
So Danny gets the 2-pointer.
2 points. All alone. Are you going to be able to keep up with that? I know that we need to revamp over.
I think.
Just to go over the scores again, everybody has 0 and Danny has 2.
Yeah.
Let's go to question number 2.
Question number 2. Who is the only president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms?
2 non-consecutive
I got
terms.
so excited by reading off of my screen that I almost read the answer out loud.
You're just like, Lincoln.
Very excitable today.
For 5 arbitrary Craig coins, monkey bread is a popular carnival treat consisting of bread dough balls sprinkled with cinnamon sugar. What is monkey bread's country of origin? The Canary Islands is the correct answer, I believe.
Kristen says Cleveland. I'm assuming as in Grover Cleveland, but also it seems like she might be answering the origin of monkey bread.
Yeah, it's both of them. Both of Cleveland, well, country. He wanted country, though. And
yeah,
Cleveland
but
is a city.
As we know, people aren't great at following directions.
I was hoping that Craig was going to say monkey bread is a popular carnival treat consisting of baked dough and what? And I was going to say monkeys. Totally made out of monkeys.
That's not yummy. I made a savory monkey bread once that had each ball was stuffed with like a ranch seasoned cream cheese.
Oh, no, that's
And then there was shredded chicken.
That sounds way better than eyes.
You're disgusting.
If I were to weigh those two, I would definitely want that over the monkey bread with eyes.
When our Chinese food comes to the door tonight, don't touch mine. You're gross.
Don't touch it. Okay, no problem. You're going to have to touch it because it has the virus on it.
That's fine.
You
I'll
got to
die
bring
happy.
it in. All right, so I didn't hit the button again.
Damn it,
I'm
Keith.
so bad at this. Time's up. You know it's up. It's been
You
up for a
know
while.
it.
Let's not pretend
You know
like
it.
it's up.
We know it.
Let's take a look at the answers. Yeah, there's a lot of answers here. Shaggy went with Beavis, which I don't think was ever an actual. We got a couple Grover Clevelands. Barbara and Kristen both agreeing on that one. Emily went with Cleveland. Danny went with Cleveland as well. So that's interesting. We've got a Roosevelt, a Taft. Michael Landis goes with El Presidente, which I think is a different country.
That's an old question.
Melissa also went with Cleveland. Lots of Clevelands. A lot of Clevelands out had a Clinton, a Harrison.
Well, I don't know if you know
Taft.
this, but Cleveland rocks.
It does. It does. We went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when we were up in Cleveland. We played 2 shows in Cleveland. And the first time we went up and we came back and we were like, next time we are going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And then you found out that if you are a musician and you have an album, for one time in your life,
One time only.
you can take your album and you can go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and give them your album, and they check your ID to like the liner notes to make sure that you're in the band, and you get in for free, which is super cool. And so we got to go in for free and go check things out, and then our drummer made us go home early. But that's a different story.
It's a totally different story.
That's probably not one that I'm
That's
supposed
not
to
as good of a story
No.
as the got in for free part.
I'm
So
not-
you should just stick to that.
I'm not supposed to say that part out loud, I don't think. I think that's
Well,
that's
It
supposed
was
to be
something
my
you're supposed to keep under your hat.
Yeah, I feel like it, but we did get to go for free, which was really cool. So what's the actual answer?
The answer is Grover Cleveland. Can you tell me who answered it first?
Who answered it first? That looks like it was Kristen.
Okay, I thought so too. I just wasn't sure because you said Barb said Grover Cleveland, and I hadn't seen that in the chat.
Yeah, so she was in YouTube on
Yeah.
the YouTubes. We're up to 21 people. Hi, people.
Hello, humans.
For all 22 people, for all you people who are just joining us, we do this every night at 7 o'clock, at least as long as they're making us stay home. So if you are bored at home and you need something to help you pull you through a quarantine, we are here for you. You're going to help keep us a little sane. We're going to help keep you sane. Well, entertained. Let's go with entertained.
Sane-ish.
And so, yeah, we do 10 questions every night. You can get a point for answering correctly in the chat during the time given. You get 2 points if you're the first person to answer correctly.
First.
You also get a point if you're the first person to say first in the chat when we start at 7 o'clock.
Second.
Ish. And you can also get a point if you share the show on Facebook, because I can follow that. And so, yeah, I don't have things for YouTube yet. I feel like maybe subscribing or something. We'll have to figure that out at another time. Next week, we'll start adding other ways to get points. Yeah. And you can do them there. But if you're on Facebook, if you share the show, at the end of the show, we've got 5 shares already, it looks like. Heather and Shaggy, Alexandria, David, Barbara, 3 times. Oh, she's making a run at it. Craig did it twice. Emily shared once. So we're going to tally up all of those shares as well and add them to the point totals at the end of the show. So you can still do it if you'd like to share. Brian's joined us. Hello, Brian. Welcome.
Karnak would like a point for being the most wrong.
That would be a style point.
It's a pity point.
Yeah, and if you can do style points. If you don't want to go for the correct answer because you don't know it or you just want to be a troll, all you have to do is answer something that will make Caitlin laugh, or at least like snicker a little or blow air out of her nose.
Laugh on the inside.
Yeah, and then and so if you do that, you get a style point. She awards the style points. You don't win anything with them, but you do get bragging rights for that. At the end of the day, we're going to tally up all of the end of the hour, basically hour and a half. We're going to tally up all the points. That person gets an acceptance speech that we'll read out, assuming we remember. Sometimes we're not good at it, but at the end of the week, whoever has the most points gets a T-shirt. We're going to send you a T-shirt. That's a T-shirt from Another Wasted Hour. That's my podcast. By the way, you can also download that podcast everywhere. It's free. That would be cool, too. So let's get going more. 3.
For the love of God, let's get going.
Is it? Question 3?
Question 3.
Question 3.
Ready? What is the oldest continuously occupied state in the United States? I need the city and state for this one.
60 seconds on the clock because I remembered this time. Here we go. You have to get your answer in the 60-second time frame. 50 seconds now. Already, time is going by. Ian has joined us. Ian says, being a troll may earn you an Ian token.
Ooh.
Yeah, there are other ways that you can earn points as well, right? Not points, but widgets?
Independent methods.
Units. So Ian tokens are given away by Ian. You can also get a Craig coin if you answer one of Craig's trivia questions. As to what those prizes are, I couldn't tell you.
Well, you're forgetting an important one.
What's that?
Nico gives away Keith Nichols.
Yes, for me, which was really nice of her to make that up. 10 seconds left on the clock. Get the answers in, everyone. We need
Nichols
that.
spelled with a K, obviously. A Keith Knickel.
Yes. Barbara says, I share in different ways. I think that means she's saying she's a slut. I think that's what that is.
Sharing is caring, Barb.
I mean, I'm in, right? I think that's good. I'm proud of you. You're a liberated woman. And so that's good. Is that, yeah?
We're getting a lot of really interesting answers to this question.
Yeah, let's take a look at what the answers are because time is up.
Michael says it's Phoenix City, Alabama.
Phoenix City, Alabama. That's interesting. New Orleans, that's a strong guess. New York. I feel like I don't know if this is by name.
Start spreading the news.
Because New York wasn't it Gotham or something before, or
I don't know.
New Gotham or something? Like it was something else, right? So now it's New York now, but I don't know if it's been that way the whole time. Philadelphia, Phoenix City, Alabama, Plymouth, Massachusetts. That's a good guess because of Plymouth Rock, right? People would guess that. Another Philadelphia, another Plymouth, Jamestown, first settlement, right? The problem with Jamestown is it's the first settlement, but we know for a fact at least once there was it got wiped out, right? Wasn't there a big Jamestown thing?
Roanoke.
Is that Roanoke?
Yeah.
That was Roanoke? Okay. I thought Jamestown also had a real rough time.
Krakatoa.
But my point is that it has to have been continuously populated.
Yeah.
And we don't know. So that one's maybe old, but was it the oldest and was it the most of the continuously populated? What's the correct answer?
St. Augustine, Florida.
St. Augustine, Florida.
Which means I think Emily got it first.
Let's see. I think yes, that's what I'm seeing.
I have Barb and Danny also getting it right.
Yeah, Barb and Danny. Yeah, those are all the ones I saw as well. Nice.
New Amsterdam.
Ian says Matinuck, the Lenai Lepene Nation.
Yeah.
That's, yeah. I don't.
Craig, I think you're right that the original Jamestown is underwater now.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh, interesting. Let's see. Shaggy would like to get a Nickelback. And I think this is a music reference. I feel it's, yes. And it's spelled with a K. It's a Nickelback.
Yeah, it's a Knickel, by the way.
All right. So a few more points spreading around. But now, New Amsterdam. That's what it is.
Yeah, there's a song.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So I think it wouldn't have been New York at that point. I feel like, I don't know. That's one of the big attractions in Jamestown is that it's underwater. Or that I think people eat each other in Jamestown. Yeah, both of those. All right, so I didn't go to the chat. I should have. I meant occupied by the federal government. Ooh, what? What's our fourth question? Fourth question, right?
Fourth question. In Star Trek, what is the name of Spock's father?
Spock's father. Heather, I think you ask me this every time. I feel like somebody does. So I've got this. She asked me what I'm drinking. This is a SodaStream bottle, right? So I just put water in it.
It's just vodka.
And then straight vodka. Then I have vodka in it. And then I put the vodka in the little thing and put bubbles in it. And it's great.
Oh, God. I cannot think of anything more repulsive.
Right. And then what? And then I put blood in there. Just to be able
fizzy
to...
vodka, as though vodka weren't gross
fizzy blood
enough.
vodka. It's the best. It's so good. It's just It makes everybody happy. I'm just saying. Let's see. 25 seconds left on the clock. Get your answers in. But no, it's so just fizzy water, and then what I put in it is Mio. There's a little like water enhancer thing. You squeeze some drops in there. It's pretty yummy. It's pretty tasty. Oh, I think Mark might be right. Mark has just joined us. He says it's Mr. Spock.
Mr. Spock.
Yeah, it's Mr. Spock.
Mr. Spock is my father.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, time is up. It looks like transmission fluid. Yeah, no, I usually go with, I don't do transmission fluid because that is really dangerous. But if you get coolant, it's super sweet and yummy.
Turns out that's bad for you.
Yeah, if you just get antifreeze, it's tasty. It's got a real nice sweetness to it. All right, so let's see what people have. Looks like Craig came in first with Sarek. Barbara also did that. Ian says Dr. Spock. So we had Mr. Spock. I've noticed that you're not giving away the style points. I don't know if you need to let people know.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. You've got a lot going on. That's the problem.
I do have a lot going on.
Yes. And yeah, a lot of people got. Oh, Michael Landis says it's Spork. His father, Spork.
Style point.
Yeah. So Mr. Spock, is that a style point as well?
That was cute. I liked that.
Cute. And Dr. Spock. Death Vader, says Emily.
Death Vader.
Death Vader. Not to be confused with Darth Vader. It's Death Vader, the older, wiser Vader. Emily says Darth Vader. Oh, no, it was autocorrect. She was going for Darth Vader.
Oh, you know it's Luke's father.
Yeah. Well, no, he says that to everyone.
Oh.
Anytime he fights anyone, he goes, "Call me daddy." And then it was translated different in the movie, but that's what he says.
Got it.
All right, what was Spock Senior, says Melissa.
The answer is Sarek.
Sarek. A lot of people got that.
It might be Sarek.
Sarek, probably. It's probably Sarek.
A shit ton of people got it right, though. Mm-hmm. I think the first person who got it right was Craig.
Craig! 2 points for Craig. Also, Shaggy, Dugard, Brian also got it. Danny got it. And Tom Johnson
got it.
Yeah, my favorite of all the Tom Johnsons. So David says it's a lie. Transmission fluid is the best cure for autism. I didn't know that. That is not a fact.
Okay, read the next one.
Alan has a last-minute addition that he'd like to also get in. It is
I'm already laughing.
Logic Daddy McPointy Ear.
Style point.
Father. All right, so fifth question.
Fifth question. Who has won the most heavyweight boxing title fights in history? I need a full name.
All right, who has won the most heavyweight boxing title fights in history? Full name, please. All one thing, right? One chat. Don't do a bunch of different ones.
Bob.
Yeah, McDonald.
Yeah. Yeah. But how'd you know I was going to say Bob McDonald?
I just knew. My mom's here. Hello, Mom. Everybody say hi, Mom. It's very important.
Hi, Fran.
24 people watching us. Hello, 24 people. I just want to say, if you're new here, welcome. We do this every night at 7 o'clock. You can play just by putting your answer in the chat. If it's the correct answer, you get a point. If it's purposely the wrong answer and it's hilarious, you might get a style point from Caitlin if you make her laugh. And you also can get a bonus point for sharing the show, on your profile and stuff. So at the end, we'll tally up the points and see who wins, and you get an acceptance speech and some bragging rights. It's fun. It's good. We'd love for you to participate. And we've got just a couple seconds left. Time is up. Craig has a guess. And
I fucking bet he does.
Thomas Morvello Riddle.
I just wanted to point out that your mom said she missed me.
Yes.
Yeah, she didn't miss you. She missed me.
We miss you. Yeah, Caitlin. Hi, Caitlin. We miss you. Keith, you can go to hell.
She actually says we missed you.
We
probably
missed you. We no longer do.
Probably because I wasn't on the show for the last 2 nights.
That's what she's probably saying. And she was like, we've had enough of goddamn Keith.
Danny's answer is Bader Ginsburg.
Alexandria goes with Karnak.
Karnak went with Bear.
Ian went with Steve Urkel.
Those all get style points.
All
of
style
those.
points. Okay.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Karnak, Mark Schmidt
Yeah. This is quite
and Urkel.
quite a boxing match that we have set up here.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg's going to win.
We've got some very solid...
I've met that woman.
Yeah, some very solid answers, though. Muhammad Ali, right? We've got both Emily and Brian said that. Shaggy went with Muhammad Ali, but the original name, Cassius Clay, before he changed it.
Yeah, that would have counted if Muhammad Ali were correct.
Right. Evander of Holyfield, Tom Johnson guessed that twice. I don't know why twice.
Did he spell it? Yeah, he spelled it different ways.
Yeah, just in case. Joe Lewis. Barbara guessed Joe Lewis.
Ooh.
Melissa guessed Joe Lewis. Really good one there.
Who guessed it first?
Let's see.
Barb.
Yeah, looks like Barbara got Joe Lewis first.
Barb gets 2 points.
That's the correct answer.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So,
Barb gets 2 points. Melissa gets a point. And I don't think anyone else gets a point.
Mark says Ruth was going to be my first guess. All right, Bear.
Love you, Bear.
We would, none of us would fight her. We know that. That's a
No,
fact.
I've met that woman. She is fierce.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. That's great. So those are all the answers that we got in. We got a couple people who got it right. Each of them get points. Again, because Barbara was first, she gets 2 points.
2 points.
The correct answer point, and then the bonus point for being the quickest. It's kind of like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where you have to do the fastest fingers thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. You can also get points for sharing the show if you would like to do that. And let's see, it was Emily today that got a point for being the first one into the chat and to say first.
Yes.
It's like a race.
Can we go over the points?
Yeah, let's start. Let's go over the standings. We're halfway through trivia tonight, so let's take over the standings. Who's winning right now?
Barb.
Barb.
No, hang on.
No, what? Wait, no. Back it off.
There's a tie.
Oh God.
There's a tie.
We almost messed that up. That was almost like Miss America.
Well, you probably can't see it, but I, like an idiot, instead of doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah,
I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. That's hard when you're trying to glance over.
Yeah.
That's difficult to see.
It is.
All right, what is our tie?
So Barb has 5 and Danny has 5.
And then what else do we got?
Emily has 4.
Nice, Emily. All right.
Craig, Kristen, and Melissa have 2.
Okay.
And with 1, we have Brian Zenner, Tom Johnson, Shaggy, and Karnak.
Does Bear have any points?
I think Bear just gets a style point just for being Bear.
Okay. That's good. All right, Bear, you got to step your game up. Let's go to our 6th question. Is that where we're at then?
Yes.
Sixth
question. I was a little proud of this one.
Yeah.
What medical condition is detected using the Ishihara test?
Oh, I know this one. 60 seconds on the clock. It is, this is if you can become a commander in the Starfleet.
Yes.
That's what this one is.
Spoiler alert, that's correct.
Yeah. They do this test, and if you pass it, you can become a Starfleet, captain.
You may be back on the Star Trek question.
Yeah. Oh, is this not a Star Trek?
This is not a Star Trek question.
When you said Ruth Bader Ginsburg, I thought it was just all Star Trek. Is it not all Star Trek, or is it what? No? Is it not? No.
We're doing multiple categories tonight.
Dugard says
10 different categories.
Dugard says I'm number 1.
Number
just
1.
so you know. Yeah, I don't know that that's true.
Emily has entered a strong guess.
Yeah.
Shaggy has entered a strong guess.
Lots of good guesses here. That's good. Dugard goes with flatulence. Do you test for that? I feel like, I don't know if you test for that or not. Craig says, I was actually going to guess the Starfleet guess, but Keith beat me to it.
Ah, bastards.
Time's up. Let's take a look at all the answers.
Karnak gets a style point for flatulence.
Yeah. Kobayashi Maru, right? That's Alexander. Alexander is correcting me. It was wrong on purpose. Tom says radiation poisoning. We have color blindness and glaucoma. Is it an annual hearing exam? Traditional geisha tongue folding technique certification.
Style point.
By Alan. Alan actually has that certification. A lot of people don't know that. He's very good at it. Amazing technique. Michael Landis says midichlorians. Melissa goes with gout. A test for game show host, says Bear. It's a game show host. I didn't have to take that test. I guess because this is not a good game show. So I think that's fair. Let's see. Dugard says 2 points. I'm really hitting the gas. You should get that tested. I think you have to do the Ishihara test. All right. So a lot of different answers. What is the correct answer?
Well, this question was dedicated to you, my love.
Because I'm colorblind and had to take this test.
You had to take the Ishihara test. Colorblindness.
That is the right answer.
So Barb gets 2 points. Danny got a point, and Shaggy got a point.
Barbara came in from YouTube, which is super interesting because she said that YouTube might be a little faster, and here she proved it.
Yeah.
So that's fascinating. Haha. Barb says we don't need a test to know if Dugard farted. No. Interesting fact, though, when Dugard farts, it causes color blindness.
It does.
Yeah, you just go you black and white, mainly black. You black out. That's really what happens is you black out. But you can't see colors, so it's kind of like color blindness as well, I feel like.
Right.
Right? That's right. That's fair. You needed the boost to get started. All right. Let's see. I knew Keith was colorblind and I made my guess based off of that. That was
really?
That was terrible reason to guess that, but it worked.
Wow.
All right. So this is good. This is great. Over halfway through 6. We're going on to 7.
7.
We're making great time. It's 7:40. We've only got 4 left.
And then my Chinese food comes.
This is going to be so good. We're eating Chinese food and some sushi.
We've been really good. We've been cooking at home a whole bunch.
Yeah.
And,
That's
yeah.
That's all we're doing.
And Keith was like, we should reward ourselves by buying way too much Chinese food and eating it all at once.
It was arguably I would say we did more in terms of sushi than we did with than the Chinese food. We have some appetizers.
I like to order Appetizer Fest when I eat Chinese food because it's not like I've been to actual China and there's not a lot of restaurants here that do actual Chinese food.
4 left. No, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 4, right? We're on 7 now.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Who's arguing with you?
Ian says 4 left. Are we doing 11? Because I guess 7 plus 4 is 11. I'm confused now.
So, yeah, I get appetizers, and I'm dedicating the appetizer that I got tonight to Karnak.
Has anyone ever done Appetizer Fest, by the way? This is a brilliant thing that you should definitely try.
I love this.
If you have an opportunity to. This is where you just go to a restaurant, and you just, fuck dinner. No dinner at all.
No dinner.
And instead, you just get, 6 appetizers.
A really good place to do this, except you end up so sick because you've eaten so much food, is the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, because they've got a big variety of different appetizers.
You could beat someone to death with the Cheesecake Factory menu.
Dugard, we did get some tuna, but none of it is cooked or in a pouch, so you're not going to be interested.
No, the part that is dedicated to Karnak in my order is the poo-poo platter.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, try Appetizer Fest sometimes. It's so great. Fridays was doing the endless appetizers at one point, which was a similar type of thing. But probably not as good as Cheesecake Factory, but you do get it makes up for quality with mass. So
Heather and Emily are totally on board with us, and
good.
We should all get to together and do Appetizer Fest.
Bear says math shouldn't be part of the quiz.
Bear.
It isn't. Don't worry. We didn't take a point away from Ian for getting it really wrong.
He does lose 1 style point, though. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We're taking away his only Keith nickel.
Yes, you have to give a rebate.
Yeah, it's kind of like tapas, but tapas is just small plates on purpose, and what we're doing is just ignoring the rest of the entire menu. So I think it's something different.
Right.
Do you remember when we went to Los? All right, let's do a question and then we'll go back.
Okay, I know what you're going to say, and you were so mad. All right,
so mad
7th question. What well-known actor is listed only as stud in the credits for Myra Breckinridge in 1970? I need a full name, please.
All right, 60 seconds on the clock. We need to know who the stud was in 1970. So what I was going to say is, we went to Las Vegas. And it was pretty awesome. I'd never been to Las Vegas before. And we went to a sushi restaurant there. And the waiter came by. It
was like a Pan-Asian restaurant.
Yeah, Pan-Asian restaurant. but it's kind of sushi oriented, right?
It definitely had a bunch of sushi.
Yeah.
There was a whole sushi menu.
But this was the first time. So then the server came up and was like, "Hey, have you ever been to this, flashy, Pan Asian place before?" And we were like, "No." And he's like, "Well, welcome." And then he proceeded to use two terms that I've never heard before in my life used together. And it was welcome. So our menu is like a family style tapas menu. And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" What?
Everybody gets one nibble.
Yeah. So it's small plates where everybody has to share? Fuck you. That's not a thing. You just smushed words together to like make it sound trendy. Oh, people like family style? Great. Family style. Oh, and they like tapas? Oh, and we're Asian. That'll be great. We'll be a family style tapas Pan Asian place.
But I did have, what was it that I had? Was it yellowfin?
I think so.
It was hamachi.
Hamachi, yeah.
It was hamachi sushi, and it had this calamansi sauce on it. Oh my God, it was so good.
The food was pretty good.
I didn't let anyone else eat it.
I will say the food was pretty good, but I walked away like still hungry.
I definitely was like, I took one bite of that hamachi and was like, fuck all of you, don't touch this.
Well, because everything was like family style prices, but they were tapa, but they were tapa plates, right? So it was like, oh, let's get that thing and we'll share it. And it was like 3 bites of something. It was like $12. And you're like, what?
He was so mad.
It's $21. There's 4 of them.
We left that restaurant and he was like, where are we going for dinner?
Yeah. Oh, that was the worst appetizer fest. All right, let's take a look at the answers.
There's a lot of style points in here.
Ian says, I failed how many questions there are question. yeah, you did. You definitely did. Let's see. William goes with William Shatner. I said William that time because it matches. Let's see. We've got David Dugard, says Ian. We're doing self-referential jokes.
Style point.
Yeah. Heather went with Robert Redford. Paul Newman, says Melissa. Stud Muffin, says Christina.
Style point.
Just Mr. Stud Muffin. Sir Isaac Ichabod Stud Muffin.
Bird.
Greg went with Secretariat. Yeah.
Style point.
I mean, probably at one point, right? I don't
think after his first year.
I don't think they were in a movie, but was a stud. I will say that. Emily goes with Craig Lewis. Are we just naming?
Style point.
We're naming everybody who's currently playing the game as studs. This is great. Fartrell Cluggins.
Style point.
Fartrell Cluggins. That's what Dugard goes with.
You heard the man.
Michael Landis says the car chase guy. Damn it! Robert Redford, Tom Selleck, Sylvester Stallone, Burt Reynolds, Steve McQueen, Tom Selleck, Tim Conway. The only one that I see that I think we've got more than one of is Tom Selleck, I think. I think everybody else picked other people. No, 2 Robert Redfords as well. 2 Robert Redfords, 2 Tom Sellecks. So I'm guessing the right answer is one of those 2.
It is.
All right, what's the correct answer?
It's Tom Selleck. I didn't see Barb there that she had gotten it first. That YouTube shit sneaks up on me.
Just everyone, just so you know, Barbara's cheating over there on YouTube and getting it first because she's faster apparently on YouTube.
Fast as fuck.
Just a hint, you might want to move over and subscribe on YouTube.
Now we got to see if Twitch is faster than YouTube.
Yeah, somebody should be able to go over on Twitch. There's no one on Twitch. There's 2 people on YouTube right now. No one on Twitch. I know that Shaggy has Twitch. Well, if Shaggy goes over there, he might be able. We could just do a game where whoever says first, right? We'll time it. If somebody goes on Twitch, somebody goes on YouTube, and somebody stays on Facebook, right? And then we'll just say 3, 2, 1, go, and then you type first and hit enter, and then we'll know which is faster, right?
Yes.
That would be my guess. Fartrell. Sorry, it's Fartrell. I'm not Fartrell.
Sorry.
Yeah, I apologize, David Dugard. I was assuming that it was Fartrell because it's you. Emily says I'm on Facebook on my phone and have the YouTube sound on. Oh, interesting. Is the YouTube sound faster than the Facebook? I don't are we in sync? Dugard says I'm already fast. You can ask any of my girlfriends. Yes, all right. That is true. That's why David Dugard, where the D stands for disappointing. So we're on to our eighth question.
Eighth question.
I'm
going to pronounce a name poorly. In 1892, Juan Vucetich was the first person to solve a crime using what?
In 1892, Juan Vucetich was able to solve a crime using what?
Style points.
60 seconds on the clock. Oh, Alexandria says Facebook is slower. Everyone to YouTube. If you want to win, that's how you do it. I can see all of the chats from everybody across Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. So it's a race for whoever gets them first. 40 seconds on the clock. Get your answers in. Karen has joined us. Hey, a former champion, a previous week champion who has not gotten her shirt yet, has joined us. Be careful, everyone. She's very good. Very good. All right. We have 20 seconds left on the clock. Get your Vucetich answer in. So, yeah, we're trying to find that one out. Let's, I'm going to move over. We have 10 seconds left. I'm moving over to the chat to see a lot of very similar answers.
A whole lot.
Very similar answers. Ian says there's 4 questions left. Just so everybody knows, 4 questions left. We'll be doing a couple of those. Ian will be finishing out the other 2. Let's see. Interesting. So our first answer overall was Heather with fingerprints. Craig said deductive reasoning. He was the first one to say deductive reasoning. Lots of fingerprints after that. Emily, Tom, David, Karen, Shaggy, Melissa, Kristen, Brian, Michael Landis.
Nope. Michael Landis said finger paint.
Oh, finger paint. Oh, yeah. Barbara says fingerprints. Michael Landis says finger paint. Alexander is the second one to go. Alexander went with profiling. Not deductive reasoning. So those 2 are different. My mom goes with fingerprints. Bear goes with blood type. Blood type, which is interesting. Only one to get that. Ian says entrapment, which I don't think is a way that you can solve a crime at all. Dugard says blood type is what I use for all my letters. That's his font, I assume. You can just leave an XL in my mailbox on your walk. Oh, that's...
We were thinking of using it. I dug out a really pretty gift bag.
Yeah.
So that we can leave it on your front step.
Mm-hmm. All right. So those are all the answers. 24 people watching. Hello, everyone. If you did not get to answer the last question, next question, just put your answer in the chat and we will count you for a point if it is correct. What is the correct answer?
It's fingerprints. And I think Heather answered first.
Yeah. Heather had fingerprints first. We'd have people with fingerprints 1 word and fingerprints 2 words.
That's fine.
That's fine. All right. All right. So that's good. Lots of points got out there this time. And I think we're on to our 9th question.
We are.
That's our second to last question, which means it is...
our penultimate question.
Ian says penultimate time. He's got his math right. He knows.
Oh.
25 people on. Hello, everybody. There's 2 more questions to go. If you want to participate, you're just going to put your answer in the chat in the 60 seconds we give you, and you will get a point. Whoever gets the most points at the end of the day gets bragging rights. We do this every night at 7 o'clock. So if you joined us late, you can join us at 7 o'clock tomorrow, 7 o'clock the next day. Until they let us out of our houses, we'll be here doing some trivia. So make sure that you go up and follow and like and subscribe. Do all the things, that if you want to be alerted when we go live at 7 o'clock each night. So what is our 9th question?
In the original book, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, what color are the slippers?
All right, the original book, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. We're not talking about the movie here. In the original book, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, what are the color of the slippers? There is 60 seconds on the clock. Get your answers in. Mark says, invest in a t-shirt air cannon. I will say that Karen's fairly close to us, lives fairly close to us, but probably a pretty expensive air cannon to get it to her. That would be an intense air cannon, I will say that. Heather also says penultimate. We got a couple penultimates. Those folks know what it's like. That means you've been here before, because we're creatures of habit. 30 seconds on the clock. Halfway through this one. A lot of silvers getting on the chat. Looks like the first person to say silver was Tom Johnson, then followed by everybody. Dugard went with taupe. And then Shaggy goes with white. He's so far alone on that one. Michael Landis went with purple. Alexandria went with black. So we do have some variety. Some people could catch up here if they get the right answer. Time is up. Let's find out. Who else? Let's see. Color of Murder, says Bear.
Did Barb answer?
Barb answered silver, yes.
Okay.
Barb definitely got silver.
I didn't see that in the thing.
And so, yeah, I think those are, they were saddle shoes, says Ian. I don't know if
Style
that
point,
was
Ian.
true.
Saddle shoes are dope.
I mean, that's true. All right, so I think those
Also, style point for Bear.
those are all the answers that got in on time. What is the correct answer?
It's silver. A lot of y'all know stuff.
Silver. Okay, so that's a lot of it. Tom, Craig, Emily, Heather, Tom, twice. Oh, because he
I only
corrected
counted them
himself.
once.
Danny, Melissa, Karen, my mom, Christina, Brian. All of you got points. And
But
Barbara.
Tom got 2.
And yes, what?
Tom got 2 points.
Tom got 2 points. Depends. He did say silver first, but are we?
It was silver.
That? It was silver. All right, so Tom gets the 2 points on that one. This is it. We're down to the last one, everyone. 26 people hanging out with us. We appreciate you all. This is a lot of fun. We're just doing this every night at 7 o'clock. We're trying to keep ourselves entertained and hopefully keep you entertained and you keep us entertained. We're doing it the entire time there's a quarantine. So that way there's something to look forward to every single day. So this is great. And most of you all hanging out on Facebook. We appreciate that. Say hi in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Even if you don't want to participate, you can make some friends here. They're very cool people. Friends. After this last question, I'll give you all the instructions on like how to follow things and how to get alerts and all of that stuff. So stick around for that. Last question of the night, though.
There's a potential extra point on this question.
Oh my goodness! So you could get 2 points off of this question,
correct,
or 3 if you're the first person.
The main answer is a full name.
Full name. We're gonna need all in one chat, all in one submission.
The possible extra point is a year.
A year, okay. Should we have that all in one?
All in one, please.
All in one. So we need a full name and a year.
Bob McDonald, 1973.
All in one chat, okay? If you get the name right, you get a point. If you get the name wrong, but you get the year right, no point.
No.
So it's cumulative. You have to get the name right in order to be able to get the extra point for the year.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Are we ready?
Who made the first solo round-the-world flight, and in what year?
All right. So who made the first solo round-the-world flight? We need the full name and extra bonus if you add the full year. Remember, it has to be 19 whatever, right?
Yeah.
You can't just say like 40.
Right.
All right. 60 seconds on the clock. Get your answers in. Let's see. Hi in the chat. Thanks, Ian. We really appreciate that. That was very nice of you. Ian says two Dugard. Okay, they're in their own world now, the two of them. So while we're waiting, I'm going to give the rundown now. You can get a point by being the first one in the chat to say the word first each evening at 7 o'clock ish. Okay, we come on. In order to do that, you all probably want to go up and see Another Wasted Hour up there. You're probably going to want to like Another Wasted Hour. Next to that, there's a thing that you can pull down, and it'll say following, right? And you will want to see, you'll want to make sure that you say see first. See first, new post at the top of the news feed for following. And then when you hover over the bell there, you'll want to do all for it to let you know when we go live, okay? So all of those you'll want to do on Facebook. Time's up, everyone. On YouTube, you'll want to subscribe, and you'll want to do the little bell to subscribe for notifications, to be notified there. On Twitch, I think you just do your notification, or you just do the sub, right? If you just sub us there, that would be great. Subscribe to us there. You'll get notified when we go live. So yeah, do all of those things. That's great. Also, we have a podcast, so go check that out as well. I'll tell you more after we go through the answers. So let's see. Wiley Hardman. Wiley Hardman is our first person. Charles Lindbergh, Rowan Atkinson, the great Rowan Atkinson, who is Mr. Bean, I believe, who went around the world. That's
Style
Craig. Another Charles Lindbergh, Robert McDonald, otherwise known as Bob McDonald. I think
Bob McDonald,
yeah,
1972.
Good old Bob McDonald. Snoop Dogg, Woody Woodpecker.
Style point.
All right. Wiley Post. Another Wiley Post. The Right and Honorable Goose Rider Wizard.
Style point.
Dudley Do-Right.
Style point.
All right. So we've gone through all of them. What is the correct answer?
Wiley Post.
Wiley Post.
Heather got it first.
We had Wiley Hardman.
Not good enough.
Unfortunately, Brian, not correct. It is Wiley Post. Heather got it first, gets 2 points for that. But Barbara came in. Heather didn't give a year. Barbara came in with Wiley Post in the year 1933.
And that is correct.
She also gets 2 points.
Yep.
Oh, well done. I was not expecting that. That was pretty cool. All right, so those are the last points of the entire night.
Now we need to tabulate share points.
We're going to tabulate points. So while we're tabulating the share points, could you all post how many style points you got so that we can find out who won the style points? And then we'll find out with these shares who wins the actual points. Craig has shared...
Thank you, Emily, for not saying Thomas Marvolo Riddle. She specifically said she didn't want to say that.
Does she get a style point for not saying it?
Yes, you do.
Craig shared it with Steam.
He shared it twice, I think.
Well, I'm just going from the top down.
I'm sorry.
Just going from the top down. Heather shared it, said it was nightly fun. Shaggy shared it. Alexandria shared it. One of our new players. David Dugard shared it, accidentally getting a real point, which I think he was trying to avoid.
He got 2 other real points.
What?
He's a Star Trek nerd.
Oh my goodness.
First of all.
Barbara shared it with the coronavirus memes group, the quarantine party group. So 2 shares there. I shared it.
1 point for you.
Then Barbara shared it on her profile saying trivia. Craig shared it with you.
Yes, he did.
Craig shared it on his profile. And then Emily shared it. And those are all our shares for the night. Thank you, everybody, for doing that. It made us probably one of the most popular ones, definitely of the week, and maybe possibly ever. Got up to about 28, and there were a bunch of you there. So those are all of them. Who is our winner for the night? We need to know.
It's Barb by a whole lot.
Barbara! Oh, taking advantage of YouTube being faster and the extra points for sharing, steals it from everybody else. Do we go over points for everybody else so that we make sure we're right?
Yeah, let's do that because I'm a little
wonky
unsure.
on it.
Yeah.
All right. So keep track.
So we have Barbara with 16 points.
Woo! That's a lot of points.
The closest next person is Danny with 8 points. Let's see. Brian Center has 3 points. Emily has 7. Craig has 6. Kristen D has 3. Melissa has 4. Heather B has 6. Tom Johnson has 4. Shaggy has 4. Karnak has 3. Karen has 2. Fran has 2.
Oh, we have an announcement. David Dugard says that he has a prize for Barb.
Oh.
Just so you know.
Okay.
And Barbara, if you have an acceptance speech, type it out and we'll make sure that it gets into the show. Who else?
Christina has 1 point and Alexandria has 1 point.
All right. So if you believe that your points were incorrect, let us know and we will make sure. Alexandria says 1 style, 1 share. Thank you, Alexandria, for sharing. Alexandria, I should say, for sharing. We really appreciate it. And the style points keep us laughing, so we actually appreciate those. Craig says 6 actual points, 2 style points. Good night, Bear. We appreciate it. So yeah, let's do this. I have a podcast. Go check it out. It's called Another Wasted Hour. You can get it anywhere you can get podcasts. Go to iHeartRadio or Stitcher or Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Google Play Music. Basically, if you've ever listened to a podcast, go to that same place, search for Another Wasted Hour. You can check it out on YouTube. You can even see it here on Facebook and get it there as well. I don't think we don't save them on Twitch, so you have to go to one of the other options. And so, yeah, do that. It's free. There's like 140 episodes. It's got some trivia in it. It's got some fun news from around the internet, like zany things that we found. And you'll probably discover local artists from the DC area. We have a bunch of really talented musicians, some other artists and culture creators in the DC area on there. It's a lot of fun discovering people who have a lot of talent. Check that out and leave us reviews and do the things that you do if you like something. We would appreciate it. And then for this, trivia, 7 o'clock every night. If you want to know about it and get alerted to it, you need to go up to Another Wasted Hour on Facebook and like that. You need to go and do the following and say, do the see first thing so it'll jump up on your feed. You need to do the little bell thing and say all so it'll notify you when we go live. And that way you know when we're here. And you can get maybe the bonus point at the beginning by saying first in the chat. If you're the first person to do that, you get a point. And so do that on YouTube. Obviously, subscribe, hit the little bell, do those things, like the video, do all of those types of things. On Twitch, make sure you subscribe to us as well. Again, 7 o'clock every night. So that's it. If anybody has any questions, feel free to let me know. I didn't see Barbara's acceptance speech, so congratulations to Barbara for winning the night. We will see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Remember, if you have the most points at the end of the week, you can win this t-shirt right here, right? So come back and try and go for that. We'll ship it to you free of charge. So 7 o'clock tomorrow. That is it. Until then, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, stay home. We're going to get through this. We'll get through it together. You'll keep us entertained. We'll keep you entertained. We'll keep each other sort of sane. You get the idea. So we'll see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Until then, good night and goodbye.
Bye.